Most people struggle in sales not because they're not good in sales, not because the product sucks, not because the price is wrong, not because their leads are bad, or they're in the wrong company, or they're just not good in sales, right? Most people suck at sales because they're following this robotic process. They think that if they follow this system that people tell them and they go step by step by step, that all of a sudden they're going to be successful in sales. But the fact is, that's not true. In fact, most people, the reason they're not having success in sales is because they're trying to sell people. As we all know, nobody likes to be sold, but everybody likes to buy. Now, what would happen if you actually took that on its face value and applied it in your sales job? Well, I can tell you this right now, you would immediately sell a lot more products and sign up a lot more customers and make a lot more money. You see, one of the things that I've learned is that there's a deeply embedded code in all of us. It's pre-wired, and we all respond to certain stimuluses or stimuli. I guess that's the word. And we don't really have a choice. We don't think about it. It happens, and before we know it, we've bought or responded in a particular way. Now, here at the Sales Cheat Code, we call these attraction cheat codes. And there's 16 cheat codes that we use, the most common ones that we use, that can make people immediately want to buy from you, or at least set them up, or to do something functional, such as remove skepticism, or create urgency, or create trust. Things that are very, very structured and will basically get them to a point where they're going to start asking you for the sale. Now, the first one we're going to talk about today is called authority. And in a lot of advertising, and this is my background, if you're selling a product that most people are not familiar with, then they're going to want to use authority because they want you to immediately trust the authority figure. So, for example, if there's a medical or a health-related product, then they're going to put somebody, usually an actor, and put him in a white lab coat. They might even dress it up even further and put a stethoscope around his neck. And they might even give that person glasses because they want you to believe that the medical industry supports it. One of the things that I've seen is Tommy Copper, is they'll sell their sleeve, their support sleeves, and I don't know if they work or not, but they have Jerry Rice and Brett Favre do it because they want you to believe that somebody who is an authority, somebody who's an all-time great football player, they use these all the time. Now, in sales, we see this all the time, but you don't necessarily need a celebrity endorsement to do that. One of the things they'll do is they will have people will write a book or they'll become a speaker. And when they're basically selling their product, they can say that they're a best-selling author, that they tour the country speaking. They'll make sure that they have pictures of people, or they'll make sure that somebody takes a picture of them from stage with thousands of people in the background so that they can be seen as the authority. Now, the one thing that you want to keep in mind is we haven't even talked about the product yet or the service that they're selling. You don't know if it works. You don't know if it's priced right. Is it too expensive? Is it not expensive enough? Is it high quality or is it super cheap? I mean, we don't know anything about that. And in the end, it really doesn't matter. And so with an attraction cheat code that we use for authority, the big question is, and I get this a lot, is I'm new to sales. How can I sit here and say that I'm an authority when I don't necessarily have the background? Well, there's a number of different ways you can do it. Number one, I have a friend of mine, and one of the things that he does is he helps people become a best-selling author. So basically, you can write a book. It doesn't even have to be super long. You're not writing a book that thick. But you're writing a book, and he can basically get you published and become a best-selling author. It's what he does. There's one niche. So he's not a publishing house, but he gets people whose books are published to be bestsellers. So that you can basically give your book away. Instead of giving a business card, you could give him your book, which is a huge difference. But at the same time, when he's selling a product and people are realizing, okay, I don't know who this person is or what this product is. Does it work? Is it not? Is it a total ripoff? Well, this guy's a best-selling author. And so it can't be that bad because there's enough people out there buying his book that endorse him enough or like him enough that there's going to be trust involved with him that's pre-embedded. And so you bypass this whole thing of trying to figure out, should I trust the guy? And instead you realize, well, I know this guy. And so at that point, you become the authority. Now, other people say, well, I don't really want to write a book, and that's fair enough. And what they do is they'll actually give presentations just as a transfer of knowledge. So they're not selling anything. So for example, I have friends of mine that will sell life insurance or financial planning. And what they'll do is they'll give free seminars where they're going to go over how to specifically use their best practices and their expertise to provide solutions to people that they don't normally have, and they'll do it for free. So they'll show up at a credit union after hours, or they'll give a presentation somewhere on the weekend, or what have you. Or it could be, let's say you were wanting to buy long-term care insurance, then you have a specific market for that, and then you can actually give presentations. And so at that point you can say, listen, I'm a noted speaker in whatever metropolitan area, Miami or San Diego or Cincinnati, or really wherever it is. And at that point, you're saying you're a noted speaker. And the thing about it is people never dig that far. Like, you are a noted speaker, and you're not saying you sold out 100,000 seat stadiums. But once they hear noted speaker or best-selling author, immediately what they're going to do is they're going to trust you. And it's as simple as that. So the question is, in your industry and in your product, what are some things that people immediately look for as a sign or a seal of trust? What's something that they immediately see, and it's just the big, shiny toy, that they see it and they get enraptured in it. They say, wow, if this person is X, or this person has X, or if this person has done X, they must be the authority. Now, in every industry, there's always something. Now, people love speaking from stage because, like I said, they get the pictures and, they get the adoration and they get treated like a celebrity. But in the end, they use this as an authority piece so that people will immediately stop saying, well, I don't even know who you are. And instead, they'll short circuit that and say, oh, this guy must be somebody famous because he's a speaker or an author, or is doing something that only famous people and only people who are really good at their job and really good at what they do. It's just that simple. So think about it. What are some things that you can do to become the authority in your area without having to actually have this long resume where you spend 20 years developing it? What are some things you can do right now that people would immediately perceive you as the authority? And when you do, let me know. Send me an email, put a comment in, and I will talk to you soon. To get more information on the sales cheat code, go ahead and click on the subscribe button below. Also, down below in the video description, down there, there's a link that takes you to our website that gives you additional content, some additional freebies that we have, and gives you information on some programs that we have that have been proven to help people to make sales easy so that you can make the kind of money you want, live the lifestyle that you've always wanted, and not have to struggle in the process. And what might be the coolest thing of all is you don't have to put much effort into it. It truly is a cheat code that most people don't know about. And it's a cheat code that can change your life today. So click on the link below and let me help you start to experience these results starting right now.